world's listening. Don't get it.
On 2K Sports, this is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for him.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
And the starting group for Chicago. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's Derek White. And it's Flash in at the 1. And for Utah, and it's Ewing in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital. And second chance points may just decide this game.
Where's his name on the roster? His name is not even on here. Even Liberty. What the heck is this? There's 2 Stewarts on my team. All right.
Here we go. And the tip belongs to the Jazz.
Where's David Aldridge, though? I don't see him.
Now Stewart. Pass to Walton. Step back shot. Ball can't get it to go. Chicago with the ball. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night, regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. And when I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo, coach was full of admiration, saying it's always going to be difficult when you're playing Giannis. Not only is he one of the best players this league has, but he's also a fierce competitor. Guys, it sounds like he knows what he's up against.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Stewart. Coming off a solid outing against Toronto. Outside Paul. Six to shoot. Pass to Walton. Now here's Stewart. He's guarded by White. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And he lobs it up high, and down it goes on the lob.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Outside call. Back to Stewart.
Good job. Put it on the...
They set the pick.
Okay. Are you charging your tablet?
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Utah shooting their first free throws.
If it's like 50, then you can give it to him. Dang.
Shooting 2.
That's a little bit, mijo. It's not going to last that long. That's a little bit.
That's good from Stewart. Stewart hits them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Here's Paul. Williams grabs the board.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as...
Yeah, that's how much 30 is. 3-0. You know, you're going to have to count all the way to 30 to tell me that 30 is 30.
He had 9 points in his last time out.
30 is 10 3 times.
Stewart outside, beyond the arc. Buzelis grabs the board.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
It's good. Flash has got 12 points.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Walton. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Stewart outside. No one near him. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build
be careful
on
with
this
your
lead.
brother,
Right
man.
now, still a little too close for comfort.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Chicago. Ewing passes to Stewart. Stewart outside.
Well, chill out.
Can't get
Chill
it to
out
go.
before you
Making
accidentally
them 0
hurt Matthew.
for 2. Chicago leading by 9. Driving inside.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from deep. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And after an outstanding month of games, he's earned this honor, your Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
Yeah, it's clear that
Okay,
he's a
chill,
key aspect
chill.
of their offensive success.
Both of you guys.
His decisions with the ball are what creates
Chill out, Lo, you
opportunities for
too.
himself and the rest of his teammates.
Matthew, turn on his tablet and give it to him, please. I need this kid to be still.
Here's Walton. Pass to Stewart.
It's fine. It's fine. I need this kid to be still before he gets on my nerves.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Sends it home from three-point land. Flash has got 17.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Paul is screen on Antetokounmpo. Walton passes to Ewing to get back on track. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
Flash. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 14.
Yo, just siéntate.
Stewart with it. Now guarded by White. Pass to Stewart from outside the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Hardy, he's checked in for White.
Number 19, Eldon Hardy.
Alex, give me some juice, please.
Now here's Stewart.
Thank you, Buffy.
That's my juice.
I'm tired, Papa.
You didn't even give me that's a word book today. Then more?
Hey, one more cup.
And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game.
clap.
Stewart, no good.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
And stolen by Paul.
Oh, no. Yes.
Bring him closer. Over here. Careful with him, careful. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit down once we start getting tickled, right? Pick him up. Pick him up. Bring him here. You're gonna... Careful. Careful. Hi, Leo. Be careful with that. Okay. Behave yourself. No. You better stop. No, I don't want to hug, Papa. I'm tired, Papa. Once I get up to go upstairs, I'll give you a hug, okay?
Stewart against Williamson.
Good D.
This guy has not been a factor at all. In
Déjala, Alex.
Showing some power. What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
What does Pikachu say? What does Pikachu? Okay. Pass. Hurry up, quickly. Oh. No, don't get hit. Don't test the waters. Alex will take you out. Come on, boy. Come on, I'm streaming right
Let's
now.
update you on the best rebounding teams in the NBA over the previous 10 games. In the third spot, Utah.
And over the last
Knock
10
it off.
games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
No, play on your Switch, or let Leo play on your Switch, Nani.
Stewart outside.
Since you don't want to,
Outside Paul.
then play on your tablet then.
Well, the versatility.
Chill out. Shh. I don't see that dude's name on the roster.
He possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, BA, I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Twitch is not saving every time I play. It does. Every time that I've streamed it, it shows every single game at the full-length video.
And he drops the first.
For YouTube? Oh, hold on, I'm pulling it up.
So he makes both from the line. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Blocked! And it's
Got
out of
clapped.
bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Oh, Giannis hurt himself.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Walton. 5 on the clock. Pass to Ewing. Blocked again!
And they've had a rough opening from the field.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allen.
Cool.
Hey there, Flash in their last game against the Hawks had a huge game. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and hit a bunch of
I
threes.
consider myself
No
a pretty
surprises
good player.
there.
Like,
Such an impressive
I'm entertaining
effort.
to
The team
watch.
relied on him, and he delivered.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his
I've
team
had
needs him
mine,
to contribute. When he's on his A game,
I think,
he
just
makes
as long as
great
you two's been.
Tonight, they're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Now here's Stewart. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more. Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Williamson.
Yeah, but that's kind of sad. I'm not trying to watch
And the
myself. I'm
Bulls
playing
lead by
it.
18.
Why do I need to watch myself as I'm
looking
playing?
like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Ewing. Three-pointer Stewart. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Flash. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got his 4th assist in this one. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who keeps things moving.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Oh, got that one up quick. Flash has got 26.
And the defense is really allowing them too much
Are you
room
drank
on
it
the
through your
perimeter.
nose?
Stewart outside. Back to Stewart to stop the run. And the layup is up and in.
Thank goodness he's finally made one on attempt number 10 at that.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Hardy. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 28 points for him.
Who's out on the field right now?
I'm the only one that's watching you right now.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't bother me. I'm still gonna play my video games. I wish they would show me the injured list.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Walton. From deep. Giannis with the rebound.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
And it's in there.
Wow.
Williamson's got his second basket of the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
On offense, here's Utah.
Why don't you just watch me play on my big old TV instead of watching me
Offense has been grinding to a
live?
halt.
Stewart, the pass to Paul. Here's Walton. Buries it from 3. Well, he's got the second bucket on the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Ewing. Here's Walton. Stewart outside and out of bounds.
Yes,
Chicago
good D.
Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Jazz. Already they're on the outside looking in. Ninth place in the conference.
They're checking out the Jazz.
We will
They're really
always
doing
be
their
on
best
YouTube,
to
so
rise through the rankings.
whenever I'm gone, Alex, out of this world, you can be like, oh, we can watch Poppy on YouTube to listen to his voice again.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Chicago.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Matthew, the police officer, what?
Rebound by the Bulls. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Flash. Again, the Bulls score.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
The Jazz shooting just 21% in the first quarter. Pass to Lawson, looking to end the run. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Smooth sailing for Chicago. Throws it up high. Easton with a steal. Now here's Augustine. Tight defense on him. Shot from the wing. And he nails the jumper.
Touché.
56 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Flash. He's covered by Augustine. Here's Flash. Uses the glass on the layup. Flash has got 37. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Augustine. The D's right on him. And a missed layup. Antetokounmpo outside. For 3, Hardy.
Oh, money.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Hardy's got 5 now.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now here's Augustine. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Clock at 6. The Jazz need to get one to hurry. Easton can't get it to go. And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. Bulls out in front, running away with this one. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, don't do that, dude. So did they have to give you a shot last night, Alex? What happened?
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of
They gave you
basketball.
medicine?
This game has not exactly been neck and neck.
And then
but
you were
plenty of time
good?
left in
Or,
this one.
whoa.
And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that
Antibiotics?
to make the extra pass. That is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense
What, it tastes like grape?
to scramble.
On the court right now.
Sir.
Bulls. We've got OG Anunoby. Hardy is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Flash in at the point guard position. Yes, it's good. He's got 7.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Lawson. They set the screen. And the 17-footer goes down. Lawson's gotten his first points in this one.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Hardy, the pass to Flash. Misses the layup.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss. Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
White, he's checked in for Chicago.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls, number 9, Derek White.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Down low. Here's Flash.
Got him.
That pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Here's Mobo. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Lawson from behind the arc. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Oh, okay.
That's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Flash. The open J off the mark.
And for him, that's a great
Yeah,
look.
like he doesn't have to be quiet. He can learn how to whisper.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Stewart. Puts up a 3. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Here's Hardy.
Two.
From the arc. He drops it from range. Hardy's got 5 points now this
Steroids and
quarter.
what?
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach.
So they gave you a shot?
Get the ball to the guys who make plays.
What type of steroid they give you?
The game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to
Can't
build
be a
your
steroid,
lead.
though. It's...
Now here's White.
Show me the people.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Flash goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Flash has got 44.
Talk about style points. I think the fans will remember that one.
Utah has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Stewart outside. Pass to Lawson. Shoots over Hardy. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Into the lane. He makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. They're locked in defensively.
Basket counts.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Flash. And the 3 off target.
Sus.
Utah shooting only 25% from the...
Say sus.
It's in a different language. It's in Spanish. Sus.
floor. Not great. Here's Lawson. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
And that one's good. Hardy's got 12.
Their interior D continues to look shaky.
Show me where it says steroid.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ.
They're not going to give an 11-year-old a steroid.
Where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks.
They're antibiotic,
Utah shooting at
yes.
30% here in the second. Here's Lawson. Chicago with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Here's Mobo. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Utah with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Flash. Pass to Hardy. Out of
Oh.
bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad group of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's currently up there in the voting at number 2.
Oh, why you
clearly
throwing
no one
up?
is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's
Get
his
him outta here.
long-range shooting that puts him on another level. Definitely a guy who belongs in this contest.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now, but this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Zion Williamson is checked in for Chicago.
If you're puking that much, Officer Matthew, you need to go to the hospital.
Talk about the importance of role players. Greg.
Just saying.
A lot of times, they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Here's Ewing. After the basket by Chicago. Pass to Walton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks down the triple. Walton's got 9.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Oh my God, my wrist just gravitated towards your chest cavity.
Full substitution. Number 8, O.G. Anunoby.
Here's Walton. He's got 9. Stewart outside. Here's the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Stewart, no good.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He is playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Flash. Kicks it out to Williamson. Flash, the pass to Williamson. Here's Flash. A deep three. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Lets it go from deep. And Stewart with the basket.
Wow.
Stewart's got his 4th assist with that last one.
So it's going to be like that.
Stewart defends.
It's going to be like that.
And so Paul will bring it up for Utah. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the
So
Warriors.
now we just going to play trash.
4-game road trip.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening, it capitalizes.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Lawson was checked in for Stewart.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Excuse
Substitution
me?
on the court.
Here's Walton. He's got 9.
Third quarter.
So it's the Chicago Bulls.
All right.
Showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. They've done well to disrupt the opposition.
Bravo.
Playing inspired defense. Back after this.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Chicago Bulls.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out on the shooters, make them run their points aside. But even if that were tried, I don't think it would be special.
Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas, let's see which teams are jostling for those top spots.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're in that #1 spot for a reason. Playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway.
Dang, they still bench me?
And the Bulls shooting 70% from the field, a performance that has been fun to watch. And it's Walton in at the power forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now here's Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. And a nice finish on the layup. Williamson's got 6 points.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
Stewart outside.
Dang, they didn't play me through the none of the third? Yo! Nah, I got 54 points, 2 rebounds, 66. I'm the top scorer for the team.
Oh, but give a big hand for your big feet.
Oh, I get to take a shower soon.
Pass to Walton. Here's Stewart. Doors with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, BA, so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about? If you take someone like Stephen Curry,
get your ass off my way.
Other stars
take my shoes off now. Both of y'all niggas, take my motherfucking shoes off.
Young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes. He welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
And
all of a sudden, everybody want to cop the new SPs. Nah.
Miles McBride is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Flash in at the point guard position.
Look.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Ewing. Nice D from Sabonis.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches.
Dang, I got tackled.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Look at your phone.
And guys, let's get your take on
got tackled all the way down to the floor.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Hardy, he's checked in for Chicago. And so he hits both.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
The Jazz shooting 27% here in the fourth. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early,
oh,
backboards.
Here's Walton.
Straight air ball. That's
out to the right wing. And he's going for the lob.
And you could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Flash. Yet another bucket.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Well, the Jazz shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Back to Stewart.
You make it. Got dunked on Sabonis.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Flash. Stewart defends. Flash.
Get in there. What?
Offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as
what the heck? What is that? You spamming bounce?
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, BA. So let's just count
what are you trying to do to me?
3 rounds instead of 4. So there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
And it's Utah with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Stewart.
Good deep.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Here's Flash.
Good. Take my shoes off. I told you.
Flash has got 12
I
points
told
here
them
in
to
the
take my
second half.
shoes off. They're like,
Employing a deep range
Say what?
here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Stewart, no good.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with the three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Now here's the bonus. Again, it's Chicago with a three.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
The sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And even the opposing
Aldridge ain't even on the court.
This was a sensational game.
That makes no sense. How am I gonna dunk on somebody if they're not even on the roster? They ain't even on the freaking roster. Damon Aldridge. Look, it says poster dunks involving Damon Aldridge. Look at the box score. It shows the name of every player in attendance. Like, there's no Damon Aldridge on there.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end. Ends the move with a whisper instead of a bang, going to the finger roll.
Inside.
Gotta give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Stewart. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Stewart outside Paul. And it's off from three-point range.
I didn't get that.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Hits the three-pointer.
Look.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily.
Damon Aldridge was not in attendance on this game.
That says a lot about this squad.
They really
Like,
looking confident.
how am I going to be able to complete it if the player is not in attendance?
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
They literally set me up for failure for this one. There's no way. How am I going to posterize somebody if they're not even here?
Yeah.